everybody, and welcome back to another episode of From BA to Broadway. You know who it is. It's me. It's Mr. Brennan, Stefanik, and I'm bringing you those general programming reminders. Folks, every Monday we are here with the main episode. Every Friday we are here with the mini-series In the Spotlight. And just a reminder that on Sunday, February 9th at 10:45 a.m., we will be doing a live podcast recording at this year's Broadway Con. That is right, folks. You can come and listen to us record live with our special guest, Miss Cara Rose DiPietro. And just announced on the day that we are recording this, the location of the convention has actually changed. It is no longer at the Hilton Midtown. It is now at the New York Marriott Marquis, which is just a little closer to the Times Square that everyone thinks of when you think of Times Square. So that is down on 46th Street. So we have not been given an update as to what room our panel will be in, but as soon as I know, I will post it on the socials, so keep an eye out. And you know what? That's enough about that. That's not why we're here today. Folks, it's Friday, so I'm not here alone. Of course, I'm here with Mr. Daniel J. Solly. Danny, what is going on?
Now you're in like the iconic Marriott Marquis Hotel. That's so much better than wherever the hell you were going to be before.
That is where my parents stay every time they come here.
They stay in the Marriott Marquis?
Yeah.
I've never known someone to take a room there.
Oh,
that's like the place to go pee.
It's a good place. Oh, it is a good place to go pee for sure. But they also have free parking if you book, or maybe not free, but convenient parking for tourists and stuff. So that's always the preferred option. Yeah. I'm just realizing that the day this is coming out is my birthday.
Oh my God. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Everyone go wish Brennan a happy birthday right now.
Do it. Post on your stories your favorite picture of us. And I want them photoshopped because I obviously don't know most of you. So Photoshop a picture of me and you together and post it on your story and tag B to Broadway and we will repost.
I'll probably have to do the same thing because we don't have a lot of pictures together.
That's true. That's true. I would love that actually. Do it. Danny, what show are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about Pippin.
Pippin! Oh my God, okay.
I love Pippin. Do you know Pippin?
Not particularly. I saw a high school production of it and was very confused.
I could see that. I could see a not well done production of Pippin being a little confusing.
It could have been well done. I don't know, but yeah.
Pippin is a show that I really imprinted on in 2013.
Oh boy.
And so looking back on the show now was a flood of memories.
I love that for
And
you.
I listened to the album again and I was like, I have not listened to this album in so long. And I, like those shows where like every moment of the album. I was like, oh my God, I missed this album.
Tell me about this show and this concept.
So Pippin is a musical with music and lyrics by Stephen Schwartz, friend of the pod.
Oh my God.
And a book by Roger O. Herson. It was directed originally by Bob Fosse, who heavily influenced the entire style of the show and contributed to the libretto. If you know Fosse, I mean, everyone should know Bob Fosse. You should do an episode on Bob Fosse. Iconic director, choreographer in the musical theater canon.
Yeah.
Very, very specific style. He did Chicago, Pippin, Dancin', etc., etc. Look him up. To know him is to love him. And so Pippin is framed as basically a show within a show. And the concept is that they're a group of traveling performers who are led by the leading player. And they invite the audience in to watch the show that they're putting on. And so throughout the whole show, like the fourth wall is being broken. And it is quote unquote performers in the troupe stepping into the roles in the show that they are putting on.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're telling the story of Pippin, who is the first son of King Charlemagne. And Pippin feels very unsatisfied with his life, and he is in search of fulfillment and purpose. His father is often preoccupied with his new wife, Fastrada, and his stepson, Louis. And so Pippin decides to go into battle with his father and stepbrother in order to prove himself and to find purpose. The ensuing battle is a musical number, so it's a little fruity, but it is very...
Wow. You never see the dad asking the son to participate in a musical number?
Until Pippin. But the battle is gory and violent, but proves to be successful. And as Charlemagne leads his army on to the next battle, Pippin feels disillusioned with the futility of violence and decides to run away and search for his purpose elsewhere. He meets with his grandmother Bertha, who tells him to just relax and enjoy the pleasures and comforts of life. And so this leads him into his slut era, where he engages in numerous sexual encounters. And there's like this big number of like orgies and
Slay.
That sound effect is literally in the album.
I love that.
But he soon discovers that relationships without love leave you feeling empty and vacant.
Wow.
I'm going to say that again for all of our gay listeners. Relationships without love, sexual relationships without love leave you feeling empty and vacant.
Wow.
But they might leave you feeling satisfied. So the leading player encounters Pippin and suggests to him that he lead a revolution against his tyrannical father, and maybe that will find his purpose. And so, aided by Fastrada, who wants her son to take the throne, Pippin successfully assassinates his father and takes power as the new king.
Wow.
But Pippin soon realizes that being a leader is not all that it's cracked up to be, and he gets the leading player to revive Charlemagne so he can take back over as king, and Pippin can continue searching for his purpose. Pippin soon meets a widowed farm owner named Catherine and her son Theo, who he falls in love with, and eventually falls into like a very domestic life with them. But after a time, Pippin realizes that he has grown comfortable in monotony and runs off to find his purpose. He is then surrounded by the leading player and the rest of the troupe, who are trying to convince him that in order to find his purpose, they need to complete the finale of the show, in which he will light himself on fire and become one with the flame. And so Catherine and Leo rush in. This part of the show is like off script, quote unquote.
Understood.
So Catherine and Theo rush on stage, and Pippin realizes that his actual purpose was never in magic or spectacle, but rather to live in an ordinary life. So the furious leading player, because he ruined the leading player's show for everyone, the leading player calls off the show and tells the troupe to pack up all of the sets, costumes, lights, orchestra, and storms off the stage. And so the show ends with Pippin, Catherine, and Theo left alone on a completely bare stage, content with what they have.
Heard.
And so that is the original ending of the show.
Wow.
The new ending of the show that there was a ending written in 1998 that has since been in like pretty much every single production since, including the big 2013 revival. It's called the Theo ending. And so after all the players leave the stage and they're alone on the bare stage, Pippin and Catherine also leave. And so the son, Theo, remains alone on stage, and he sings a verse of the original I Want song, Corner of the Sky, after which the leading player and the players return, implying that the existential crisis at the heart of the play is a part of a cycle and will now continue, but with Theo as the player's replacement for Pippin.
Interesting.
So it's like a really kind of a dark and chilling end to the show, and that has become like the standard ending. And It is, I love that ending. And that is Pippin.
Wow. Pippin.
Did you remember Pippin or no?
Vaguely. What I remembered was that it was a play within a play, and the leading player was kind of like the puppet master kind of situation. I remember that there was a brother who was more adept. I remember that he ran away. I don't remember the orgy situation, so maybe they cut that out.
I mean, it was a high school, so probably they did.
Who's to say? And then I do remember him settling down in a domestic life, and then someone coming back and being like, "What the hell are you doing, man? Come on."
All right, you remember like the plot?
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I didn't know they went to war. I didn't remember he killed his father, but yeah.
I think Pippin is one of those shows where it's easy to, kind of similar to Godspell, in that you can kind of put a concept on it quite easily.
Great.
In terms of like, you can set it anywhere, time, place, costumes are very, very kind of changeable, which makes it, I think, a pretty good show for like a community theater because you can get really creative.
Yeah.
And genders are pretty swappable. Like, it's a very malleable cast. Pippin was actually conceived as a student musical when Stephen Schwartz was a student at Carnegie Mellon.
Wow.
And he developed the show with Ron Strauss. But then when Schwartz decided to take the show further, Strauss left the project. And apparently the Pippin that we know now doesn't have a single line or music from when it was performed as a student-run musical in college. But it is the same concept.
Heard.
And the show originally opened on Broadway at the Imperial Theater in October of 1972, where it ran for 5 years. Ben Vereen led the cast as the original leading player, with John Rubinstein as the original Pippin. And Pippin was actually broke ground in their advertising, as they were the first Broadway show to air a TV commercial that used a clip from the production.
Wow.
I know, back in 1972.
That's crazy.
And Pippin is, I mean, it's kind of one of those shows that I think is very common among like high schools and community theaters.
It's definitely a recognizable name.
Oh, for sure. And it it had like 3 or 4 U.S. national tours throughout all that time, but there was not any Broadway revival until 2013. And this one was directed by the great Diane Paulus. And it originally had its run at the American Repertory Theater in Massachusetts. Have you ever been to that theater?
I have not.
I have always wanted to go to see a show at that theater.
We've said that on here. We said that we should take a trip.
They do such great out of towns.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Diane Paulus is I don't know if she still is, but she was the resident director there. So anything that she's directed has started there. So like Pippin, Waitress, Finding Neverland, Jagged Little Pill, like those all started at the American Rep Theater.
Yeah.
And so the concept for this production is that it was circus themed. And so most of the ensemble members were actually like circus performers from a troupe. And the main cast featured Matthew James Thomas as Pippin, Patina Miller as a gender-swapped leading player, Andrea Martin as Bertha, Rachel Bate Jones as Catherine, Terrence Mann as King Charles, and Charlotte Dembois as Fastrada. Obviously, we know Terrence Mann and Charlotte Dembois are married in real life.
Obviously.
And they are a Broadway blue-collar power couple.
Of course.
They have both done every Broadway show under the sun. It opened at the Music Box on Broadway in April of 2013. They won, this revival was pretty much a hit. It won Best Revival. Patina Miller won Best Actress. And so a little Broadway history for you all, even though this is pretty obvious.
You gotta stop saying that. People are coming here to learn, Danny.
Ben Vereen won the Tony Award for Best Actor for his leading player, and then Patina won Best Actress for her leading player. And they're the only duo to win Best Actor and Actress for the same part.
Wow. And that's on gender.
Mm-hmm. And so throughout the run, Sierra Renee and Caldine Massey replaced as leading player and Pippin, respectively, who were then replaced by Carly Hughes and Josh Kaufman. Josh Kaufman is, I think, famous from The Voice. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know, but apparently he's like The Voice winner. I don't watch The Voice. Is that the one with the chairs that turn around?
Correct, yes.
Okay. I've seen like, when there are clips and like the most inspiring audition from The Voice.
Of course.
But I don't watch it. But apparently I actually saw him do it. Him and Carly Hughes. And Oscar winner Ariana DeBose was a leading player understudy, and I think she was in the ensemble for a bit of the run.
Nice.
There is a professionally filmed version of this show. It's a truncated production, so it doesn't have the entire libretto, but it's from a stage production from 1981, which features Ben Vereen as the leading player and Chita Rivera as Fastrada.
Wow.
And it was directed by Bob Fosse's assistant, so I think it maintains a lot of the elements of like that original production. So it's a cool watch. It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
And there's a ton of bootlegs. I saw the 2013 revival, I want to say 3 times. I loved it.
That checks.
I really, really imprinted on it.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, it was incredible. I got to see, the first time I went, I remember seeing Patina's understudy, which was a little disappointing, but they were wonderful. And then I got to go back and see Patina Miller and Matthew James Thomas's last show.
Oh, okay.
That was really special. My teenage self was like, this is the most special night of my life.
I'm sure.
And then
Little did he know he would be sitting in the audience watching Audra do Gypsy.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I went back and I saw it like a week before it closed with friend of the pod, Justin Allbinder.
No way.
We where were we, like I think we were seniors in high school at 2013. Yeah. We like got to the city at like 5 a.m. Student rushed the show, stage doored after.
Wow.
It was like a highlight of our lives.
I love that.
Not gonna lie. And we made we met Carly Hughes, who played the leading player, after the show, and we made her I gotta find the picture. We made her take a picture of us where we're doing like the Fosse hands.
Oh my God.
We're like, this is a dumb question, we know, but please humor us.
Oh my God.
Because that was for some reason that show, probably because of me, that show was like the show of our friend group.
Understood.
And we would just sing the songs at each other all the time. And
Wow.
I remember like, do you know the score at all? Do you know On the Right Track? The song On the Right Track?
No.
Okay, well, listen to the song On the Right Track. Incredible song. Also, there's a wonderful, wonderful bootleg of Kyle Dean Massey and Sierra Renee doing it. They are a really great duo. I wish I got to see the two of them do it. And she does like the most incredible riff at the end of the song, like just like gorgeous and clean. And we learned it, and we wouldn't stop doing it for like over a year.
Of course. It's in your special skills.
Honestly, I should put it on there. That's where I like discovered Sierra Renee.
Yeah.
You know, bring her back to Broadway. Bring her back. Also, Matthew James Thomas. Where's he been?
I don't know.
Do you know who that is?
No.
He was Spider-Man.
Oh.
In Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark.
Oh my God. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Did you?
No.
Oh. No one did. And then he was in Pippin.
Heard.
And that's kind of it. I remember this is probably 2018, when I was younger, my younger days, I was working in a coffee shop, and he came in, and I have served a lot of famous people in my time in customer service, and I never say anything to them, but I was like, this is such a deep cut, I feel like I have to say something to him. And I literally looked over and I was like, I'm so sorry, but did you play Pippin in the 2013 revival of Pippin by any chance? And his jaw dropped. And he was lovely. We had a whole conversation. He was absolutely lovely. And I'm so glad that I said something.
That rocks.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Be brave.
Yeah.
I was like,
see something, say something.
Yeah, you see the Pippin from the 2013 Pippin revival? Say something.
To him.
And then DM us.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think that was also the first time I had seen Rachel Bay Jones. You know her. Come on.
Of course.
She was so good. Like, she should have been Tony nominated for this. She was just like fucking phenomenal. She's so good in everything.
Yeah.
She should also come back.
We got a lot of phone calls to make.
She should have been a Mrs. Lovett.
Okay.
IMHO.
Oh, understood. I am ho.
In my honest, who's the young one now?
You, I guess. You're radiating youth.
Sips tea.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say?
No, it definitely feels like one of those cornerstone pieces, but it has never been one to like really catch my interest.
Okay. You have no taste, I see.
Well, no, I feel like it's like a specific kind of thing. Like it's one of those things that like a specific group of people like, and like they're Pippin people, you know? I am just not a Pippin person.
I have never heard that before, and I don't really know that I know what that means.
Okay, that's
you're a Pippin person.
I mean, it's just you're either a Pippin person or you're not a Pippin person.
You can't say it like
you
that.
might even be a little bit of a Pippin person, but not a whole Pippin person.
The Pips.
Everybody say that 5 times fast.
And you're not
Pippin
a Pippin person. You're not a Pippin person.
I'm not a Pippin person. You know, I've listened to a song here or there. I obviously know
Corner of the Sky.
Corner of the Sky, one of the
tenor anthems of the
I was going to say
ages.
One of the most overused for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, once again, if you can do it amazing and better than everyone else, go for it. But
I got to say, it's a really fun song to sing.
Oh my God. Yeah, absolutely.
Really fun song to sing.
It's a very good song with a very good arc. And it's a good one to have in your back pocket. But
I wonder.
Everyone does it.
Well, I wonder now if people still do it.
Can tell you who's not doing it.
You?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't sung in a long time, but I do wonder, like, because I feel like songs like go in and out of fashion, and like there was a time period where like that was the song. Every single person sang that for everything.
I also feel like that's one of the ones that a lot of the dancers have in their book, like dancer first, singer second. You know?
Really?
Yeah, I've seen that a lot.
That song's not like
every newsie will have that song in their book.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like it's one of those songs that is it's probably in like the musical theater anthology book.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's probably why it's so popular.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like it became taboo for a while. So I wonder now if they just don't really hear it because people just avoid it.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's smart to start singing it.
Who's to
I
say?
don't know. At the end of the day, doesn't matter. If you do it well, do it well.
We got to get a casting director on here.
But you should.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah. Anywho.
Yeah, there's also some great female songs
Mhm.
too. You could do like, I Guess I'll Miss the Man. Among others.
Wow, that was a very in-depth listening that you just did.
Also,
Wait, can you say it again so everyone can write it down?
look, listen up, you.
Continue.
Yeah, this is a rare instance. I know I love to get on my little soapbox about this. The Revival album is the one.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay.
I find that is a Schwartz thing. Because I also
Oh.
feel that about Godspell too.
Okay.
Where it's like the original always feels a little clunky to me. And then they like really kind of smooth out the kinks with the Revival. Are you just not a Schwartz? Maybe you're just not a Schwartz person.
I love Wicked.
Do you love Godspell? And
I don't know Godspell. I've never seen Godspell.
you don't know Godspell?
I feel like we've talked about this before. Yeah, no, I don't
We
know
probably
Godspell.
have, but we've talked about a lot of things. I can't remember everything we've talked about.
You don't?
We spend every day together. What do you want from me?
That's so hurtful.
That's interesting. I feel like you would really dig Godspell.
Maybe, probably. It's like that, and like Jesus Christ Superstar is another one where I'm like, I've never seen it, but like I know I would love it.
I feel like you're either a Jesus Christ Superstar person or a Godspell person. You have to
Oh.
pick your Jesus musical. You can't like both.
Interesting. Okay.
I'm just kidding. I don't know Jesus Christ.
What
I
a
don't.
wild lie.
I don't know Jesus Christ Superstar.
Okay.
That score is wild though.
Yeah.
A friend is auditioning for it, and he was like showing me the song, and I was like, "This is the most insane thing I've ever heard. You have to sing this, and then if you get the part, you have to sing this multiple times."
Yeah. I used a song from there, a very poor choice of a song from there for a Spring Awakening audition once when I was in college. It was terrible. It was one of my worst auditions ever, and it was one of those ones that you do in front of everyone. So it was just.
What song did you do?
I did Gethsemane.
I know the concept. I don't know the song super well. Isn't that one of the really, really high screamer songs?
A little bit. I didn't do this high screaming part, but it's also just like a ballad for sure, in a way that was not wildly appropriate.
Spring Awakening was before the time of having to bark that high.
Yeah.
So you kind of just made misery for yourself.
I sure did. It was a very poor song choice.
Did you get cast?
No.
Oh.
I didn't.
Oh.
I got a callback for Hanshin, which was interesting, but
Hanshin's the gay one?
Yeah, he's like the.
Why is that interesting?
That's not my role in the show. He's not like the soft gay one. He was like the predatory one.
He was Andy Mientus. Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think you are?
I would want to be Moritz. That's what I think I would do best. I could also do an Ernst, but I feel less confident about that.
That's so interesting. I would say you're an Ernst Hanshin.
Interesting. Okay.
Maybe an Otto.
I don't know if I could do Otto.
No, honestly, I don't know Otto. I just wanted to say that.
Oh, for real?
I don't know which one Otto is.
Everyone hates on Otto. He's like the one that doesn't really have a plot.
Isn't he the one with the solo in Touch Me?
No, that's Georg. But
that's Georg?
Yes. That was Skylar Aston.
But
Otto does have like a bunch of crazy vocal stuff just strewn everywhere, and then everyone sleeps on Otto.
Is he the piano player?
No, that's also Georg.
Okay. See, the funny thing is I love Spring Awakening, and I've seen it several times. I can't pick any of those boys out of a lineup.
Understood. We gotta do an episode.
Like, I think we did. Did we not?
No.
We didn't do Spring Awakening?
No.
Oh my god.
Write it down. Maybe next week.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
That one would be easy for me because I know it.
Yeah. Clearly so
The
well.
less research, the better.
You know it so well.
Well, no, I know the show so... That's funny. Like, I know the show so well, but those, 3 or 4 ensemble boys...
Yeah.
I don't know.
4 out of the 6.
Like, I don't know which is which. I know what... if you, sing me, even one part of Otto's song, oh, that one.
Yeah.
But, I couldn't be like, oh, Otto's the one who does this in the show.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what show's also really good? Pippin.
So true.
And there's a lot of bootlegs of the 2013 revival.
Mm-hmm.
And they did a wonderful Tony performance.
Was it a medley?
No, they did not. They did Magic to Do.
Wow.
You probably know Magic to Do. Bettina Miller learned, anyone who played the leading player in this production, but Bettina was the original, learned how to trapeze. So she's trapezing in the air, singing her butt off, while they're all just
That's crazy.
doing flips and jumping through hoops and throwing each other. It's really just a crazy thing to witness.
Wow.
There is this story because there was like the acting ensemble and the circus ensemble.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the circus performers were not like actors. They were actual circus shoe performers. And I read this article about one of the ensemble members, like they're doing crazy shit all the time. So their bodies are just like
Of course.
jacked. Something went wrong during a performance and he broke his back.
No.
But he had such strong back muscles that his muscles held the bone in place. So he did the show for a month just thinking he like had a crick in his back. And eventually he was like, oh, this isn't going away. I should probably like go to a doctor. And they were like, you have a broken back. You need to like put this brace on immediately and rest for 3 months.
That's crazy.
Isn't that not the
That's terrifying.
That's something that just doesn't feel real. You're so muscular that your muscles hold your broken bone in place.
That's just dangerous. That's why I don't have muscles.
That's why you have never done Pippin.
Yes, that too.
Because that will happen to you.
Of course. That's a requirement. Ensemble number 10, the one who breaks his back. Shit.
Yeah, and
man.
I wonder what the insurance must have been on that show, because they were doing crazy shit. They're flying in the air. There's fire everywhere.
I wonder if there's a specific kind of contract for a circus performer.
Probably. I bet their contracts were a lot, because there was probably a ton of hazard pay.
Yeah.
I know even like the second that you play an instrument on stage, you get like double your salary.
Totally.
Because it's another thing you have to do. Imagine if you have to like jump through a fire-filled hoop.
Yeah. Wow. I'd do it.
And it was cool in the Music Box, because the Music Box is a really small Broadway house.
Okay. I don't think I've ever seen anything there.
You've never seen... I'm trying to think what was in there. I mean, that was Evan Hansen for a long time. You never saw Evan Hansen?
No.
You saw the tour? No?
I've never seen it in person.
You don't know Evan Hansen?
I know it. I've watched Boots and I know the soundtrack back and forth, but like never seen it in
feel
person.
like you would have been one of those little boys who imprinted on Evan Hansen.
No, because I couldn't sing waving through a window, so...
Oh, okay. That's why you didn't saw it. I got it. Got it.
Well, no, that's not why I didn't see it. I just...
If you could, though, you would have gotten your butt to see it. Come on.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, when I was here, I would always, like, play the lottery or whatnot, but yeah.
The Music Box, I've actually... See, I'm crazy about a lot of things, I know. But I don't know theaters very well. Like, I'm not someone who, like, knows that kind of Broadway trivia. There are just like certain theaters that I know, I guess, because I've just seen enough shows there where I start to recognize them. The Music Box is like a very small, intimate house, which is like really nice. They're like bigger than a playhouse, but like smaller than a musical house, I think. And so seeing a show there is really cool because it's usually like pretty intimate. If you're in the orchestra, you're like pretty much like right there near the stage. When me and Justin saw it, we rushed. So we were sitting front row. We were like this with like all the circus happening. Wow. Something was happening and we were literally like holding on to each other. We're like, we were like 18-year-old selves. Like, this is the best thing we've ever seen.
Gonna get kicked in the face.
I wish, honestly.
My God. Love.
Yeah, we love.
Amazing.
We love. Pippin.
Yeah.
Listen to it. Watch it. You should know it.
Let us know if you're a Pippin person.
Let us know if you're a Pippin person. I'm a Pippin person.
Yeah.
You're not a Pippin person.
I'm not. I'd say I'm a Peppa Pig person, but I wouldn't say I'm a Pippin person.
I would say I'm an adult, so I'm not a Peppa Pig person, but I am a Pippin person. I am a Godspell person.
That's disrespectful.
Maybe one day I could be a Jesus Christ Superstar person.
I gotta send you some Peppa Pig clips. There's some gold in there.
I don't really know. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how to respond to that.
You'll see. The fans know. They know.
Yeah, we should probably let everyone go because I got a new rice cooker. And I have to go check to see how the rice is.
And that's why we should let everyone go.
It's green.
Wow.
It was $20 at Home Goods, so I'm guessing it's not great quality. But can you smell the rice?
No, I'm very congested right now.
Why?
My nose is very dry.
Okay.
I gotta do a little nebulizer.
So I'm gonna check next week. I'll let you guys know how the rice was, and if you should go get your own green $20 rice cooker at Home Goods.
Yes,
on 92nd Street.
Amazing. Anyways, folks, if there's a certain show you want to hear us talk about, you can let us know by finding us over on Patreon. That is patreon.com/BA to Broadway. All of our principal tier Patreon members get to choose the shows that we talk about. So go on over there and let us know. As always, you can find us on most social media platforms at BA2Broadway. You can find me at Brennan Stefanik.
You can find me at DSouls.
And until next week, folks.
Bye.
From BA to Broadway is created, produced, and edited by Brennan Stefanik, music by Dylan Kaufman, and cover art by Jordan Vongsithi.